After taking a brief hiatus for the holidays, The Irrational returns to NBC on Tuesday, January 7th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Season 2, Episode 8 is titled Lost Souls, and will see Alec battling the clock. The official synopsis states, when an acclaimed tennis player goes missing in a remote forest, Alec is called to help find her and bring her to safety. However, a medical emergency threatens to sideline Alec, leaving Marissa and Rose to race against time and rescue the woman. In the fall finale, a K-pop star sought help from Rose after finding a superfan dead in the aftermath of her show. Uni became the prime suspect in the murder case, and Alec teamed up with his girlfriend to help prove her innocence. Showrunner Erika Lizan Mitman shares that she wanted to make sure that the story remained authentic, while also playing into the broad idea of fan culture. All ends well when the episode comes to a close, but Mitman teases that there's plenty of conflict for Alec on the horizon. Erika Lizan Mitman, Kirk Moore, who was the writer of that episode, brought me the idea of writing a story set in the K-pop world, and I said, great, only if we can do this with some amount of authenticity. And fortunately, our writer's PA is Korean American, and so I said, you have to be in the room the whole time for breaking this story because we want to make sure we're doing this correct culturally. He was definitely a big part of it as well. The specifics of K-pop were really interesting to us because there definitely are specific rules to that world, but also, we felt like it applied to the broader world of fandoms and fan interactions and parasocial relationships, and all of that was a really interesting topic that we hadn't yet delved into on The Irrational. And yet, it's, of course, a very common irrational behavior, that relationship we feel to the stars, to the celebrities and musicians that we're fans of. And so I was very interested in telling a story both specifically about the world of K-pop and that would resonate more broadly within the world of fandom. Erika Lizan Mitman, oh my gosh, it does both, right? Jessie plays the role with so much empathy, and I think understanding so much about human behavior and psychology allows one to be very empathetic and understanding, but it's a blessing and a curse. And there'll definitely be an episode coming up where Alec's ability to understand human nature and behavior and his analysis of human behavior does not necessarily sit so well with Rose during the course of an episode. That will definitely come up, how much to push that and how much to just let things happen. Erika Lizan Mitman, yeah, I like to think that all of our episodes are a little different from one another. That one definitely was a big swing. Alec stands in front of a train. You could sell me on that alone. Alec is going to stand in front of a train. We definitely like to not have all of our episodes be the same. We have our suspense thrillers, and we have our sort of Sherlock Holmesy mysteries, and then we have our more playful episodes like K-pop or last year the Vegas episode. They all have kind of a little different character to them. This one was definitely a different kind of story. It was harder to break as a result, it was harder to execute as a result. It was definitely a challenging one, but it was well worth it because it was nice to be able to do something different and with that level of stakes. That's the challenge of an episode like that, keeping those stakes up throughout every act out. But I think it played really nicely, and it was also an opportunity to explore this thing we had all always found interesting and thought Alec would find interesting, which is this idea of forecasting, this idea of these forecasters who use data to predict the future. We were like, oh, Alec would be all over that. So it was a chance to dive into that world as well.